time started?
Whenever you do.
Okay, it's gone.
Yeah. All right. So my quote was, "Never apologize and never explain. It's a sign of weakness," by John Wayne. And so what I came up with was basically we have actions and we worry. Have you ever had a time where you do something wrong, but you're too worried about what your parents might say or what a friend might think of you or something like that, so you just keep putting something off and you never come to the time where you apologize or you never explain something to them? And so we all have circumstances where this occurs, and I'm going to talk about three different reasons why we do these things. Because one, the fear; two, because we're too worried about what people will think about you, so you just never actually approach them; and three, just because you think you're too cool or something to do it. So I'm going to give 3 examples of a time where I couldn't apologize to somebody or couldn't give a good explanation for something. And for some reason, all 3 of these times, partying has to do with it. So yeah. My first was fear. There was a day where I went out to a party with my friends, and we ended up getting a hotel. We slept over and everything, and I got really wasted. Not good if you're under 21. But yeah, my dad actually was looking for me all night, and they found me like at 6 o'clock in the morning. He went to the hotel, he picked me up, and I got home and I got my whooping. And I never apologized to him or gave him a good explanation. I was practically just like, "Oh, sorry for doing that," because I was immature and stuff. And so I had too much fear about what he was gonna say. I knew he already knew what I had done, but I just was too scared of telling him about it. And then the second one was being too worried about what people would think about you. I missed my brother's 9th birthday, I think, and so yeah, I went to a party with my friends instead of going to my brother's party. And so yeah, I got home, slept, woke up. The next morning, I just went out for breakfast like if nothing had happened. And my parents didn't tell me anything, but I knew it was a learning experience. I should have told them, but I just went on like, "Oh yeah, they don't care," but I knew they did. But yeah. Third was I threw a party at my house, and I didn't tell my parents about it. And so yeah, the cops came and everything. Party got raided and ended. And they came back home the next day from their vacation, and yeah, and there was a bunch of mess in the backyard, and yeah, it's pretty bad. And so to conclude, we all have to learn from our mistakes, and now I know that if I apologize and give good explanations for things, the consequences aren't as bad as what you think. And I've talked to my parents about all these 3 instances already, but it was clear, it was way after it had finally occurred, and they said it was fine. Why didn't I tell them in the first part and everything? But so yeah, I learned my lesson. So apologize, people.
We need you over there, you guys. Not in these spots. Is there a
There's someone there.
yeah? Or you could pull a chair over to the side here. That would be okay. I don't want you. No, not there. Not there. You don't want to sit there. Pull the desk over, right there. Actually, if you just pull it over to the one, that's probably fine. Right here, right in front here.
Right here?
Yeah, I think you'll be okay there. Well, that's okay too.
Basically cooking. That's what the word is. It's cooking. That's what's
All right, Ricky, use the quote as your attention device. That's not all that great. And your thesis doesn't really become clear until the very end of the speech. You kind of talk about what the problems are that you're getting involved, but not what your point of view was. I thought at first that it was going to be wandering all over the place. You didn't seem to have any sense of purpose. But you did finally kind of create a structure. And once you got into that structure, the speech had a lot more to say. And it was easy for you to come up with the examples and talk about them. They're a little bit redundant, but you had nice details on each one so that they were interesting. And like I said, it was pretty well organized internally. Presentation issues, your voice is very low key. You seem lackadaisical. You need a lot more energy. The pacing is off, especially in the first third of the speech. Your gestures are limited. There's nothing that's obviously problematic, but you don't seem engaged. Facial expressions are a little bit better because you are emoting, especially in the second half of the speech. Your eye contact with the audience is a bit inconsistent. At the conclusion of the speech, like I said, that's really where you kind of get to what the thesis was, and I think that needed to come up earlier. All right, thank you. Prachaya, come get yourself a topic and send Jesus in, please.